Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton again. I am back with my second video for Crypto Golf Impact. This is going to be a video that's kind of like 1A to the first video that I made. Now that I've played a few games and I've unlocked a few tours and different things, some more phases or aspects of the game have opened up for me. So before I head into the other videos like I talked about, which is going to be creating your Neopin wallet, explaining the crystals and the tour missions and things like that, I thought it would be important to make this video just to cover a couple loose ends that we weren't able to get to in the first video. So as always, thanks for being here. I hope you like the content. I hope you're enjoying the game so far. If you haven't tried out Crypto Golf Impact yet, please download it, give it a shot. I do think that you will enjoy the gameplay. So a couple things right off the bat is I've continued to play through a few tours. So if I click my icon up here in the top left hand corner, you can see that I'm still in my baby stages, but I've played 28 games, won all 28. So right now at a 100% win percentage. I don't know why the win streak says 13 when we know we've won 28 in a row. But you know, sometimes that doesn't report correctly, but either way, we're off to a really good start. A couple things though that I didn't want to point out is I do have the Impact Level 1 pass effective, so really cool. I didn't open up anything in that section yet just to kind of show you the difference from the free section to the next section. But if you look here on the very left hand side, we're under the free pass column. Now you can see that I'm on tier rewards number 16 of that column. If I scroll up, you can see that so far I've been able to open up some gold bags, get some gems, 5 gems, blue bags. So pretty standard here when it comes to the free side. Now you're going to notice here as we start to unlock the rewards in the Impact Pass Level 1, the rewards are really going to be ramped up, which I do like a lot. So you can see here we can get a gold bag, and we'll go ahead and open up that gold bag. So I did save this all for this specific video, so you can kind of see the different rewards that you're going to get. Now, the really cool thing about having the Impact passes as well is you're going to be able to develop your clubs a lot faster than somebody who doesn't have the Impact pass. So it's really a great first thing to get as you start to get used to the game, because you're going to see here that you're getting 20 gems on that level 1 section here. We're getting another gold bag, and we'll open this a little bit faster. And you can already see we've unlocked a couple new clubs, just by having Impact Level 1 activated. So there we are with 10 more gems. Another gold bag. You really have to like that you're getting gold bags in the Impact Pass 1 section instead of the blue bags. Now, any bag is great because they're going to have things in there like gold and your golf clubs to upgrade your equipment. But when you're talking about opening up a gold bag every time, it's one of the best bags in the game. You're going to get more club cards per gold bag. And you can see here we're already getting some of these clubs up to the next level, which is always nice. And we'll touch base on that here in just a moment as well. Now you can see that since we're unlocking bags, we're earning those little P points. So these little player points, I guess you could call them. And every time that we get 5 of those points filled up, we open up the next section of rewards. So you can see here, now we have an epic bag to open up. So let's see what we have in this guy. There we go, unlocked another new club. So you can see how much faster by having Impact Pass Level 1 activated, we're able to get different clubs. And that's going to help us go to our golf bag and really analyze what clubs are better than the others. And I'll show you a little trick to that that's also built in the game as well. So we're just kind of flying through here, opening these up. There's another club. So we unlocked the Viper Club, which is a wood club. It's in the rare category. Best clubs you can get in the game are going to be called legendary clubs. And we're going to focus on the legendary clubs and really show you what those are all about as well. But look at this. I mean, we're spending time here at the very beginning just unlocking a lot of clubs and really building up our bag. And you can see that we're one more player point at the top there away from opening up the next level. We're going to get that player point right here in this bag. So you'll notice, well, there we go, unlocked another club. The polar bear is actually a really good club as well. But you're going to notice here that at the end of this bag, you're going to get one of these little P points. There it is. It's going to go to the top. And now we've unlocked the next tier section, which is going to be level number 18. And we're almost getting caught up. Okay. Now, it would be really cool if in my next video that I had Impact Pass level 2 activated. Now, you can see here, you really get the boost. You got Epic Bag, Royal Bags, tons of gems that you can earn along the way too. And those gems are really valuable in the game. Okay, so that is kind of a rundown of Impact Pass level 1, and I think it's really beneficial. I have a gold bag here I can open up from a little bit of tour play. If you have any questions about the Impact Pass, how to get them, what the benefits are, if you feel that I didn't cover it well enough here, you can always leave me a comment in the section below, and I do my best to answer 100% of those comments that come through. Okay, so now that we've opened up all of those bags, let's go take a look at our bag section here. Now, you can see that there's different symbols next to these clubs. There's an N in the top right-hand corner for a lot of these, and that means there's a new club that you've unlocked within that category. So if we start at the top left-hand corner here, you see our wedge is the hammer. There's an N next to the hammer. That means we've unlocked a new club in there, okay? So let's go into this wedge section and take a look at what we've unlocked. You can take a look at the archery club, which is the one that we unlocked. But you can already see here that, in my opinion, the hammer club that we have is better than the archery club, okay? I'm a big backspin player. I like backspin to control the shot. So for me, I would keep the hammer club in this situation. For example, though, let's go in here into maybe the short iron category. And let's just select the beginner short iron. When we do that, now you see that on our short iron, there's a thumbs up, a green thumbs up icon. That means there is, according to the game, a better club to pick from than what you currently have selected, okay? And it's recommending that we go with the Dolphin club here. So let's take a look at the Dolphin. We'll select it, and now see how that green thumbs up icon has gone away. So that's an in-game suggestion on what they feel is a better club than what you currently have selected. Now, it's always up to you on what type of club you want to play with. Make sure you look at the stats of the club and determine what best suits your style. So like for me, I like to play with backspin, so I typically tend to lean to a more powerful club that also has backspin as well. I will play a few games here, so you can kind of watch my tour play and get an idea of how I play. So we're going to just start some Tour 3 games here in just a moment, but I wanted to give you that extra layer of detail when it comes to looking at the clubs. Now, the one really cool thing here, you can see that on my driver, I do have the Meteor driver available, okay? Legendary clubs, best in the game. That's what you're going to spend your time trying to go after. Best way to get them is to win the championships, do really well in those. If you're looking for championship advice, I do have walkthroughs for every championship in the game in the playlist section of my YouTube channel already. Now, let's take a look at the training part. In the first video, I touched base on the training. I think I had to unlock a certain tour in order for the training to come up. I think you had to have Tour 2 unlocked. But now that it's unlocked, you can see here that I am training my putter. So what does that mean? It means that for each level, my putter goes up. Right now, you can see I'm on a level 5. The needle gets slower, making it easier to hit perfect. That's really important, of course, in any game like this, that you hit perfect shots. Putting is more difficult, okay? It gives it a more realistic feel. So I focus on training my putter because I assume that pretty much in every game I'm going to be using my putter, and sometimes that's the difference between a win and a loss, is who's going to make their putt. The other club that I like to focus training on once I have my putter at a sufficient level is going to be my driver. For the same reason, we're pretty much using the driver almost every single game, unless you get like a par 3, okay, then you're going to be using a different iron club or maybe a wood club. But at the beginning of the game, I upgrade my putter and I upgrade my driver. That's what I really spend my time doing. Now, the really cool thing about this is you can see how gems are important. I could complete this right now for 89 gems. My putter will be fully trained in 13 hours, 14 minutes, and 37 seconds. If I wanted to speed that up, I could spend 89 gems and I'm good to go. All right. Or at the same time, I could watch 5 videos. And for every video that I watch, it's going to be like an ad, like a 30-second to a minute ad. For every video ad that I watch, it's going to reduce that time by 25 minutes. Then the gems will go down as well because it's the less time that you have left on your training, the less gems it costs you to speed up the process. So you can let some ads play in the background while you're doing something else, let that time go down, and then speed it up with the gems, okay? Couple other things that are going to be available to us now that we've got the game going for a little bit are going to be 2 really cool things and unique features of Golf Impact that other games don't have. One is going to be the long drive competition. Right now it's not available just because it ended last night. So I had to kind of pick which one I was going to highlight in the game, and I wanted to do the putting challenge. The long drive is really cool. Everybody's going to use the same ball and everybody's going to have the same driver. The key is to hit the ball as far as possible without landing in a hazard such as the rough or the sand. The further that you hit the ball, there's going to be your rankings, okay? And you can earn bags through the rankings. You can earn balls through the rankings. So it's a long drive competition. You get typically 1 or 2 free shots on a weekly basis. So make sure you're always looking in there for the long drive. Putting challenge is going to be different. It's going to be a solo challenge. You're going to be on the green trying to put the ball into the hole, and you're going to see me do that right now. So hopefully I don't fail, but more than likely, you know, it's not the easiest thing to do, but it is a lot of fun. This is just one way in which the game really rewards its players with free stuff. You know, games don't have to do this, but you get to do this once a week for free, and you're going to see what you can get here. If you make the ball in the hole one time, you're going to get 10 gems. Then 15, then 20, then 35, then 70, okay? Now, this event only lasts 3 hours, and it goes Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, so make sure that you're always looking in there. You don't get a great ball guideline either with the putt here, so it's different. The ball guideline is very shortened. You have to use kind of your imagination here to get a good gauge on where the ball is going. It's hard to be accurate, and it's hard to figure out, you know, how much power you need to do without underpowering or overpowering the shot. So we're going to give it our best go. Hopefully we get 1 ball in the hole, but if we don't, at least you get the point of what we're doing here. So you can see we have a shortened ball guideline. You can see we got a hill here right in front of the hole, which is going to make this a little bit more difficult. We're going to aim right here, and then hopefully we can hit perfect and see what happens. Now we do hit perfect. Hey, and wouldn't you know, we did get the ball in. Okay, so I feel good about that one. So now we've just earned ourselves 10 free gems by making the putt. Now we're going to go to level 2. Of course, the second tier is going to be harder. We're going to move back on the green, so it's going to be a longer putt. We're going to give it a shot right here, I think. Did hit perfect. Whoa, goodness, what do you know? So 2 for 2 so far. Nice. So now we've earned 15 more gems. So now we've got 25 gems free just by making a couple putts. And you can see here that as long as you keep making it, they're going to keep giving you a free shot. So now we're way back here. Totally different part of the green. You can see this one's getting a little bit more difficult. We did hit perfect. Woo! I sent that ball flying, so a little bit too much juice on that putt. As you can see here, I put it all the way in the back of the green. But hey, you know what? I'm not going to complain about spending, 30 seconds getting 25 gems for free. So at the end of the day, really cool, a lot of fun. Make sure every week you're going in here, you're doing the putting challenge, and that you're also doing the long drive. Now, you can see here, you can watch a video, maybe get some extra shots. I don't know. That's different. That's not in the regular Golf Impact game. In the normal game, you pay 99 cents if you want to try to take a shot again. This one looks like you might be able to watch 3 ads and take a shot again. I'm not 100% positive on that, as I've never done it, But we're going to go to the lobby for now because I know nobody wants to watch videos on a stream. So we'll see what the lobby brings us. Okay, so we've covered the Impact Pass 1. We've taken a look on how to distinguish what type of clubs may be better than others. We've also looked at the long drive and did the putting challenge as we're going here. Now, outside of that, I want to show you another way you can pick up legendary clubs, okay? If you go into the gyms section, the bottom row, the one that's shaped like a gym, you can see here we can buy the Phoenix Club right now for 3,000 gems. Now, I do have 3,200 gems just to show you this feature. So you also, at the same time, though, have to have Tour 4 unlocked. Once you unlock Tour 4, all these options here are going to open up for you. So, for example, I could buy the Earthquake Club with 1,500 crystals. We're not going to do that. We are going to buy the Phoenix Club, though, for 3,000 gems. As you can see here, I just purchased it, and now we're going to have the Phoenix Club as a legendary club. How awesome is that? So, now we're going to go back to the bag, and I'm going to imagine we're going to have a green thumbs up next to one of these icons here. Just have to figure out where it's at. I think it is the long iron. So you're going to see here the long iron. We have the Phoenix. Absolutely. It's the best club. There's the green thumb up right there in the top right hand corner, as you can see. We are going to select that club, and now we have 2 legendary clubs in the game. So that's awesome. The other thing to highlight here is, remember this trophy section, how I talked about how you can receive free in-game rewards? Well, check this out. This is also really cool. We just got 2 Fiji balls for free. That's a premium ball in the game. It does cost real money if you want to purchase those in bulk. And because we've earned trophies in the game, we've unlocked that category, and the game gave us to us for free. So make sure that as you earn trophies in the game, you're always going to this section and you are collecting your free in-game rewards. Same thing here. Look at the France ball. That's a premium ball. We just earned 2 of them for free. Now we're opening up this here. One more Polar Bear Club card. That's a good club. New York ball, premium ball, same thing. Got those for free. So now we're all caught up, okay? Now the last thing I want to do is I want to go into my golf bag and make sure that I have the best clubs available. And then we're going to go play tour number 3. I really hope you're finding this instructional kind of walkthrough with the game basics helpful. If so, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. We're going to stick with the Hammer Club here. The Short Iron Dolphin. Let's take a look and see what the seal is. Yeah, so I like the Dolphin here better. Now we know the Phoenix is good. I'm going to keep the legendary clubs in the bag no matter what. So here we have the Cactus equipped. Let's take a look at what the Pyramid would be. So Pyramid gives us, well, you know, when it comes to a sand wedge, typically you want to favor the power, because if you're in the sand, you normally want to get as much distance on the second shot to get yourself out of the sand as possible. So we'll spend a little bit of gold upgrading the Cactus Club, and we'll just kind of keep that Cactus Club where it's at. You know, the game is recommending the Pyramid. We will take the Pyramid because look at the top spin. So power is very similar, but we get a top spin boost there. Let's see what the Owl is compared to this other stuff. We're definitely going to upgrade the Chameleon Club here for 1,000. And we're going to select that club as well. And let's see what we have for Wood Club here. And we're going to go with the Wood Club, the Viper. So this is going to be my golf bag right now until I start to unlock other clubs. But without much more talking, let's go ahead and hop into some tour play. So we're going to go ahead and play tour number 3. This is the first time on this game, heading over to Romantic City, Paris. And hopefully we pick up some wins along the way. My goal here is to play 4 games with you, hopefully win all 4 games, and put 4 bags in the category. Now, the one really cool aspect about the Impact Pass that I have not covered yet is you get a 50% reduction time in how long it takes to open up a bag. That's huge. So let's say you earn a gold bag, and that gold bag normally takes 8 hours to open. if you have Impact Pass level 1 purchased, it's only going to take you 4 hours. So again, the speed time to open up a bag is reduced by 50%. So that's really, really cool. All right, so our opponent is on the fairway. We will see how we do. Now, one thing about the game is for every 2 miles per hour wind, you want to move 1 ring. So we have 3 miles per hour here. We're going to move 1.5 rings. The rings start from the center of the orange bullseye and then move out towards the middle. So the yellow ring there would be 1 ring. If I aim in between the yellow ring and the dotted line, that's 1.5. See there, we use a little bit of overpower. We hit a perfect ball. And because we adjust properly for the wind, we're going to be accurate on our shot. Now, that's going to be the hardest thing for some newer players to the game to understand, is going to be how the wind and ring system work. At the beginning of the game, they do give you a small tutorial. When you complete the tutorial, you earn yourself 20 gems. So do your best to get kind of familiar with how the system works. Again, for every 2 mile per hour, you're going to adjust your shot by 1 ring. The most accurate way to do that is to move the screen around until the wind arrow is blowing exactly north, which you will see me do. So this would be a situation to where if we can get to the green on our second shot, which we're not going to be able to do, we're too far away. But here we go again, 3 mile per hour. So if I want my ball to land right here and go over that rough like we want, we need to move this 1.5 rings. So you see here how I move the screen until the wind arrow is blowing north. Again, the bullseye starts in the middle of the orange. So we're going to go 1.5, just like that. I use the take shot button as my reference point to move the line to. Again, it takes time to learn. You know, you'll have to fail a bunch of times before you get the hang of it. I've been playing games like this for so long that it's just second nature to me. So we land on the fairway. We're 60 yards away. Both our opponent and I are on the fairway. If one of us makes this next shot, we're more than likely going to pick up the win. But what's probably going to happen is probably neither of us are going to make the shot because we're using, you know, really introductory level clubs of the game, so you're not going to get a great ball guideline and visual, so the shots are harder to drop. Now, as you upgrade your clubs, you know, you get better ball guidelines, you can really get that thing pointed towards the hole, try to adjust for the wind perfectly, and get the ball to drop. But this may end up heading to the tiebreaker shot, which is a really fun part of the game as well. Like I said, I'm a backspin player. This is a level 1 club, so we don't know how much to trust the ball guideline. But what we do know is the wind is 2.5. That means we're going to move this about 1.2 rings. So 1.2 rings would just be past that yellow circle line there. We'll try to hit perfect. Now we did hit a dead center perfect shot. Ooh, when did you look at that? We just barely missed to the right-hand side. Very close to getting that ball into the hole for the eagle, but my opponent and I are both going to pick up a birdie, which means we will be heading to a tiebreaker. Unless one of us misses the putt. Remember, putting's not easy. You might look at this and be like, okay, you're super close to the hole, but if you hit a great shot here, you could end up missing it. But our opponent hit perfect, and that means we are heading to a tiebreaker. Now, what's unique about the tiebreaker on this game is you are going to be placed at a random spot on this course, okay? It could be the rough, it could be the fairway. Whoever gets closest to the pin wins the game. You and your opponent will be shooting from the exact same place, but again, it's just a random spot. So here you can see we're going to be placed on the fairway. Our opponent's name is Oreo. That was one of my cat's name. Unfortunately, we had to put him down years back, but he was a great pet. 2.47, that's tough to beat. That's a great shot from our opponent. That's well played. I'm going to go right here. Wind is just a little bit over 1, so I'm going to go half of a ring. The only problem is, do I need to underpower this shot just slightly maybe, so the ball doesn't go too far? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Stop. Stop. It's going to be close, but I do think we picked it up here. We did. So a very close game. Opponent made us earn the win for sure. 2.47 to 1.96, I believe. So very, very close. We'll see if we can get a rematch. That was a fun game. Okay, that's all right. So now we got a blue bag. Blue bags normally take 4 hours to unlock. But since we have that impact level 1 available, you can see here the time remaining goes from 4 hours to 2 hours. So you are ahead of the game, and you're going to be opening up and upgrading your clubs faster than someone who doesn't have the impact pass, okay? If you click on the impact pass up here, it's going to let you know what benefits you get. So you can see here 50% reduction in golf bag unlocking time, okay? It auto unlocks your pending golf bags. So what does that mean? That means, let's say you have a gold bag that still has 3 hours left to unlock, but it's time for you to go to sleep. When that gold bag is done, the game is automatically going to start unlocking your next bag for you, and so on and so on. That's really cool because you're going to just unlock all those bags as you're sleeping, okay? And you can also see a couple other things such as the gym rush. The gym rush is cool. Let's say if you open up all these things, you play a lot of games, you're on top of opening your bags all the time. Once you get past level 37, you might think, oh, I'm done, but there's still 10 days left in the season. Well, that's cool. For every 5 of those player points that you earn, you're going to get gems. So you're going to get more gems at the bottom, which is what the gem rush is, okay? You can get up to 300 more gems just by continuing to open up those bags and play the game. So we have a free bag here. We might as well open that while we're here. We won our Tour 3 game. We're going to go right back to tour play, and we're going to play another one. Like I said, I want to play 4 games with you all, hopefully win all 4, keep the 100% winning percent alive, but most importantly, get these bags ready to be opened and upgraded. So this is a par 3. A nice aspect about the game, you play par 3s in one-on-one tour play, can really speed up your gameplay. Our opponent hit a great left here. Unfortunately, they clipped the rough and they're stuck in the rough. Which means if we just get our ball on the green here for a close enough putt, we could pick up an easy win. Now, the one thing about this game, though, it's not difficult to hit perfect out of the rough, okay? That's probably something that a lot of players aren't used to. One mile per hour wind, get the needle blowing exactly north. Move it just a little bit, not too much. Hopefully we hit perfect. We did hit perfect. You'll see here that this ball should hit here. It should roll up towards the green and down towards the hole. A little bit too much backspin though, so it's a little bit of a longer putt, probably 5 yards away. Easily makeable though, as long as you hit perfect. I really enjoy all aspects of Golf Impact. I think the gameplay is really fast. When you start to play the tournaments or championships as they're called, that's really fast to complete. And plus, I really like the in-game rewards that the game offers up its players. They're really good with their community. They do Facebook challenges. If they get a certain amount of likes on their Facebook page, they'll give you, well, everybody in the game premium balls, which is really cool. We hit a great putt there. We got lucky that we dropped that. Normally, a great putt from that distance isn't going to go in. You saw that we snuck it in the left-hand side of the cup. We pick up a win. Very, very fast game right there. Hopefully, we can get a rematch and keep this thing moving along. But it doesn't look like it. I get impatient. If somebody doesn't rematch me quickly, I'd rather just get out to the lobby and start the game right up. Okay, so far so good, my friends. Please hit that thumbs up button. Give the game a download. Hopefully you'll like it. Hopefully you'll check it out. We're at 100% winning percentage so far. Let's see if we can keep that rolling. The Meteor driver, just a beast. One of the best clubs in the game by far. Really gives you a good leg up if you have that club. So if you see it in the shop, strongly suggest you pick it up. We're just going to let this one rip. Tons of overpower. We did hit a perfect shot here. So we'll get good distance on this shot. Obviously have no problem getting to the green in two. Couple tips and tricks about the game is if you have a hard time hitting perfect, you don't want to overpower your shot so far that you mess yourself up. The worst thing that you could do when you go first, especially, is put your ball in the sand or the rough. Because if you do that and you have a smart opponent, they're just going to take an easy drive. There's a lot of times, especially as a new player, where if you drive the rough or especially the sand, you don't have a chance to get to the green in a regulation amount of shots, and you're probably going to lose the hole more times than not. So don't give yourself a loss by playing reckless. That's probably the advice that I could give to you. Take your shots, adjust properly, and if you have to go to a tiebreaker, trust in your skill to win. 3.7 miles per hour means we're going to move this almost 2 rings, okay? So remember, the second ring is the dotted line. If we were to go right there, that would be equivalent to having a 4 mile per hour wind. But we're going to go just a little bit in front of it. Okay, we're going to put our take shot icon there. Then we're going to drag our cursor down till it's right there. And that means we should have adjusted properly. We hit a perfect ball. So, worst case scenario, we know we're going to be close to the hole, but we're definitely going to be on the green. Again, it's a little bit harder at the beginning stages of the game to make that shot because you just don't know how the ball guideline is going to play. So we know there that with the amount of backspin that I applied, we came up a little bit short. So next time we have a similar shot like that, we might want to use a little bit less backspin with the ball guideline going to the hole. Our opponent hit a great shot to the right, which means they're going to end up being pretty far away from the hole, not even on the green. So we're going to make our putt. They're going to have to make a chip in order to force a tiebreaker. The more consistently you can land on the green, again, especially at the beginning stages of the game, you're going to run into opponents who make a lot of mistakes like that because they're still trying to learn the game, and that's normal. There's going to be a lot of players watching this who are just like myself, who have been playing games that are kind of like this for years, so we understand more the beginning of the game concepts and strategies. That's going to give us a big leg up over our opponents. So if you've been playing games like this for a long time, you're going to be downloading these for the first time, you're going to be like me. You're going to have a really high winning percentage. So we did pick up our win there. That's 3 for 3 so far during this little session here. And we're going to go one more. We're going to go one more. We're going to get those thumbs up. Please, thumbs ups do help me. They help with the YouTube algorithms. Where were we at there on the weekly rankings? Very close to cracking the top 3. So I might give that a grind a little bit later and try to knock that out. So here we go. One more game of tour number 3. And then what I plan to do in the upcoming week is make the next video of our instructional session here and talk about how to create your NeoPin wallet, which is what you're going to need in order to swap crystals for S2 tokens, and actually get the crypto part of the game. So that'll be fun. I just need to do a little bit of reading up to make sure I've got enough knowledge to walk you all through it. All right, our opponent's teed off. They're down the fairway. So we just need to get down the fairway. So this situation at 3.9 mile per hour wind, I will just adjust this one as if it's 4.0. It's close enough for a drive. So you can see here, we just want to go right down the middle of the fairway. Now, we're getting headwind, so we got to back our target up a little bit just to properly move our ball here, our ball guideline. If you didn't do that, what would happen is you would pull the overpower and you couldn't properly adjust your shot. Now that's a little bit more of an advanced technique. If you're brand new to games like this, don't worry about that right now. That's going to come as you get more comfortable with this system. Now, what I did not know is that this fairway slopes from left to right pretty significantly, so that put my shot in the rough there. The good news is our opponent cannot get to the green on their second shot, so more than likely what's going to happen is we're going to a tiebreaker on this hole, unless one of us messes up. The next bit of advice that I can give you is when, and I'm glad this happened to me because now I can talk about this. Best advice I can give you is if you ever drive the rough or the sand, do not do something crazy with shot number 2. You have got to land on the fairway no matter what. If you put your second shot back into the rough or into the sand again, you're going to lose the hole, all right? Unless your opponent just makes mess up after mess up, you're going to lose the hole. Always land on the fairway on the second shot. So what do I mean by don't do something crazy or silly? Here's what I mean. Look, always go with max topspin in a situation like this. But don't do something like this to where that needle's going crazy. All right, even if you hit perfect, you don't really need the extra 3 to 5 yards you're going to get. Just keep that needle going nice and steady. Take a normal shot and land on the fairway. You don't need to go crazy with the overpower on shots like this because it's going to be so hard to hit perfect. More than likely, you're not going to hit perfect. You're going to hit a good or a great shot or even hook the shot, and you're going to go right back into the sand or right back into the rough, and then you don't have a chance to get to the green on your next shot, and then you lose the hole. Take a nice steady shot like I did there. Put yourself back onto the fairway and then take your chances the rest of the game. You're going to see a lot of times out of opponents, they just try to get those extra yards and maybe they're just not thinking about it. You know, if your club goes 85 yards on a normal shot, it's not like you're going to hit the ball 200 yards by taking a max overpower crazy shot. So, you know, always put that into perspective when you're talking about playing. 7 yards away, that's going to be a more difficult putt for a beginning player to hit, so we'll see how it goes for them. For us, 4 mile per hour wind. You see here how when I move my target up, it switches to a different club. That's a powerful club. We want to take it with the less powerful club in this situation because our ball guideline is already on the green. If our ball guideline is already on the green, then take it with the less powerful club. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Let me turn that sound off on my phone. We do hit perfect. Can we get one in the hole? So close. All right. But we know we're going to make our putt. We will see if our opponent is able to make their putt. If not, we're going to win the game. We're going to be 4 for 4 on this little pre-recorded stream, and we'll keep the 100% alive, which would be 32 for 32. But let's see what our opponent has here. If they hit perfect, they're in. Hope they do. Slight gray left. See with the greats. Very, very tough. That was a very minor great left, too, it looked like to me, watching it in real time. And unfortunately, they went whizzing by the hole. So, hey, that's it for me, everybody. Please smash that subscribe button. Please hit that thumbs up button. And then I will see you for the next Golf Impact crypto version video. But we'll let this thing play out. We'll let it go back to the main screen. And then we are done for the day. Appreciate you watching. I appreciate you sticking with me. I'm always thankful for every single subscriber that I have out there who takes part of their day and watches my content. We did move up to the number 3 spot, which is cool. So we'll try to keep that one as it goes. All right, everybody. Thank you so much.